What's going on, guys? Today we are in Berkeley, California at the University of California, Berkeley. In this video, we're gonna have a little penalty kick contest. We're gonna tour around the locker room, and we're also gonna sit down with one of the soccer players, Fernando, and he's gonna share a little bit more about what his experience is like as a D1 soccer player, content creator, and what the soccer recruiting process looks like. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, guys, so now we're at the Cal practice soccer field, and I'm here with my friend who's a D1 soccer player.
I'm Fernando. I'm a senior on the men's soccer team, midfielder, and we're up here at Golden Bear today.
Yeah, guys, today we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Fernando's gonna tour us around the locker room, and we're also going to do a couple of PK shots. Let's get after it. As a midfielder, are you taking a lot of PKs ever? Have you ever gotten into this situation where you had to take like a PK ever?
At Cal, never. Before that, plenty of times. In college, it's kind of rare to be in a penalty shootout, but forwards tend to be the PK takers because they want to get their stats up, and it's like an easy way to score.
11 feet away doesn't seem like that far, but I have low faith in myself. All right, we're gonna do PKs, best of 3. Let's get after it. I'm up first. Oh, off the crossbar. Attempt number 2. I'm not even getting him close. Like, this is just embarrassing. Pro soccer tips from Fernando. Don't just kick it hard. Kick it easy. Get it into the goal. Last attempt for me. I stood no chance. No! There's still hope, ladies and gentlemen.
That's embarrassing. All right, for all the marbles.
So Fernando got the best of me in the PKs. He beat me 2-1 there. Let's go head off and check out your guys' amazing locker room.
This is technically California Memorial Stadium, but we call it HPC, High Performance Center, which is where the locker room side of things are within the stadium. Kyle and everybody else on the other side is at Haas Pavilion, so different experience. We'll check it out. Cubbies are this way, which is where we get all our gear, laundry, etc.
We don't have anything like this for swimming.
This, I believe, is pretty much rugby and rowing. We have equipment room right here, which I have no access to. Unfortunately, we have extra cleats and any extra gear in here. This one is mine, 176. That's where I usually get any of my gear. I come in here in the morning, pick up my gear, and then we head off to the locker room, change, go to practice.
What kind of gear do you need as a soccer player? Like, how much gear do they give you throughout the year? And then what does your uniform look like for a soccer game?
So for a soccer game, obviously we all have to be matching, especially in practice as well, just as a habit, but it's same shirt, same shorts, same socks. Everybody does their own type of cleats, but we obviously get those. You need 2 main type of cleats. You need your firm grounds and your soft grounds, which depends on the surface you're playing. So here in Berkeley, you typically need firm grounds unless it's raining and muddy as it was right now. That's where you would use your soft grounds.
You mentioned when we did the podcast last time that some of your teammates like to collect cleats. What is the most amount of cleats on your soccer team?
Dude, the most amount of cleats on my soccer team, and this kid knows exactly who he is. He must have at least 30 pairs at this point.
How much does that 30-pair cleat collection cost you think?
Some of them are up in the 300s, but these are at least 200, so multiply 30 times 250 maybe. Men's Olympic sports locker rooms. Let's check it out. So after we pick up our gear, immediately get your towel. The last thing you want to do is forget your towel in the showers. Our locker room's right here for men's golf, men's gym, rugby, men's soccer, men's rowing. So we have these lockers right here at the end, the bathrooms, and to the left, the showers. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is our locker room. Oscar is my locker buddy. This is my locker right here, number 13. This is where we spend a good amount of our time, obviously before practice, after practice, but just bonding as well. A lot of guys up here with the TV have been watching the World Cup over the past month. So I have a practice loop in here, which is pretty much what I was showing you guys in the Cubbies. Shorts to change into, basically underwear. So if you're slide tackling, you want to wear these so that you don't do any turf burns on your skin. Practice jerseys. We have our boxes of cleats in here.
And I see that there's a bunch more cleats up on the top of everyone's locker. Why do you guys leave your cleats out to dry or something like that?
Yeah, just to dry. We, instead of wanting to keep them in the locker where it could really smell, it gets really smelly, especially gloves. Goalkeepers will tell you that. From my freshman year, some of the seniors back 4 years ago kept their cleats up here, and some guys still use them to this this day.
This is really nothing like our swim team locker room. Like ours was all metal. Juxtapose that with all the wood lockers here. They got a TV sit down space. As opposed to swimming, it's like super wet. We have like tiled floors so it can be drained out. This is carpeted. It's like a lounge in a locker room, I would say.
So Eloy Vasquez, same right there as you can see him. He was a former Golden Bear here on our team, and unfortunately, he tragically passed away while being on the team. None of my teammates were ever his teammates, but the tradition lives on. He was an extremely hardworking guy, as our former head coach Kevin Grimes would tell us, and it's someone that we all look up to, and we try to follow on in his footsteps of working hard, never giving up. There's a great story of him in preseason or in between games, I believe it was. They would head over to Kevin Grimes' mother-in-law's house in Laguna Beach, and while everybody was hanging out on the beach or just kicking a ball around, he was actually putting in extra work, doing speed and agility by himself on the side in the beach, and that's just like the story that gets told around here.
Talk to me a little bit about what the recruiting process was like to get here, because that's something that I like to focus on my channel. I know it's very different from swimming to soccer. Talk to me about getting to Cal and what it took from you. Is it a little bit of highlight tapes, or how did you reach out to the coach? Can you talk me through that process?
For us, the process starts around junior year. I believe it's like September 1st of your junior year is when you can start reaching out to coaches. Sometimes they'll reach out to you as well, but it's a typical thing through email. You have your email drafted up, you have your highlight tape ready to go, you have your transcript, and you just start sending that out. And same thing with videos, right? There's like the clickbait in the title of the email, and you just send that out to as many coaches as you can. Something that I've actually found through the podcast that many people end up doing, which I did as well, was you get your Excel sheet, you list your top 25 schools, then you list the top 25 soccer programs, you match them together, and then you see which schools you end up emailing first, and it just happened to me that Cal worked out right away for me.
Walk me through a day in the life of a D1 soccer player.
My days in the life were very different, I think, in comparison to my teammates for that specific reason, right? You were up at 5:30 a.m. I happened to be up around that time as well. Sometimes it was working out when I did my meniscus, I'd be working out at that time. More recently, it was to edit. To edit my clips, my daily clips, I'd be up and I'd be editing, and then I'd go to practice. But to answer your question specifically, our training session starts at 9 a.m., which is very different to their 6 a.m. practice. We start at 9 a.m., tend to finish at 11, but the block you want to have off is probably 8 to 12, because 8 you start heading over, we have to change here, then we have to head to the field, we have to show up 15 minutes early and we put our cleats on and then we start passing or juggling the ball, whatever. 9 to 11, come back here, some guys at the gym, some guys do treatment, and then you shower, and that's pretty much the day. We're not done up until pretty much noon, and then afterwards we have the classes from noon to 6. I mean, it obviously depends on everybody's schedule. Mine varies, but I would have class 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and then 4 to 6.
So you've done tons of podcasts with Cal student athletes and just interesting people in general that you know. I really enjoy it. If you guys haven't seen it already, make sure to go check it out down in the description. Talk to me about the 3 favorite podcasts that you have done thus far, and then what are 3 podcasts that you want to do in the future, like goal podcasts?
My 3 favorite, especially recent episodes, I would say about a year ago, Lacey Young's episode 16, I really enjoyed that one. And then the last 2 that I've posted, I've loved. 2 swimmers actually, Robin Neumann and Isabel Ivy. I really enjoyed those 2 episodes because we talked about our lives beyond being just athletes. So I really like those 2. Goal level podcast, moving forward. First one from water polo. I don't know his full name, but I know his nickname, Papa. Papa, if you're watching this, you're invited to the podcast. Second one with Mia Mastroff. I would really love to talk about NIL with her. And then third one, you know what? I'll go with the guy I'm recording later with today, Reese Whitley, a good friend of yours. So excited about that.
All right, thanks so much, Fernando, for showing us around the locker room. We had a great little penalty kick contest, and you kicked my butt. So thank you. You guys, if you haven't already checked out his channel, he has an amazing 2-hour-long interview with me and plenty of other swimmers and amazing athletes. So make sure to go check out his channel and his podcast. All linked down in the description. If you guys want to see some more great college athletic facilities tours, make sure to subscribe to this channel. More college recruiting tips coming soon.
Kyle, thank you for having me. Go Bears.